Right now, say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's age-wrong. That's right. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to Bobo on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What is Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike is the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
We got a lot to get into today, man. What we talking about today, man? You know, put your comments in the comment section. Got a few people that's gonna pop in. You know, got a lot going on, man. Since we talked last, man. Since we been in here last, what's going on with y'all, man? Good to see y'all this day, man. Boxing is lit. You know what I mean? Got a few folks that's gonna come through today, man. We're gonna do some stuff. You know what I mean? Just for the. You know, so we can have a good time. For starters, we're gonna start with Shakur, because it was his weekend. He dominated, wonderful performance, went out there and put on a masterful performance, outclassed, outshined. You know, you got a few people out there, the extra sensitive critics, man. All was well, my brother. All was well. What's up, champion? All was well. Totally. She got she had a blast. Appreciate you asking. What's up with you? What'd you think of the fights this weekend, though? What'd you think of the fights, though? What'd you think of Shakur? And if you did get a chance to catch Amanda and Katie, what you think about that? You know what I mean? Talk to me. You know what I mean? I think people got mixed emotions. People got different things that they wanna add, to the fight, you know what I mean? But I think Shakur did what he's supposed to do. I think, sometimes, listen, everybody's not a knockout artist. Everybody's not gonna knock everybody out. Everybody's not gonna hurt everybody. Everything not gonna be blood and guts. You know what I mean? Shakur was dominant. I didn't like what he was doing with his right hand, though. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he got a few things he can work on, but I think that the kid's growing up. He's getting bigger. His stock is growing. He's getting more dominant. The sad thing about his situation is I think that even after this, because of the situation that they got tied up with the 135 with Cambosis and Devin, and this is all if Devin finds a way to pull it off. But right now, what happens is, if Devin wins, they got to run it back. And then if he then beats Cambosis twice, he then got to fight probably Lomachenko or somebody like that. So in the meantime, what does that leave for Shakur? The other two champions at 130, nobody really sees them as a threat to him. So it'll be fights that we'll watch so he can just become undisputed, but we're not really, it ain't that big. These fights are not, we know what he's going to do to them. So we will hope is, your only hope is that somehow, some way that, after the Tank fight or, maybe Lomachenko or somebody will take the, step up and take the Shakur challenge. Because right now, him and Devin or whoever's going to be undisputed at 135 is not going to come his way no time soon. So we need somebody like Lomachenko. And I had a guy last night say to me, he said, You know, I got people out there saying Lomachenko beats Shakur easy. He's gonna stop Shakur. I don't see that at all. I don't think Lomachenko can beat Shakur. You know, what y'all think about that? I think Shakur washes him. I don't even see that as a tough matchup. I don't see it as a good. I don't see it as a good gym workout. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking nothing away from Lomachenko, but he just don't. I don't see where he's going to be a problem for Shakur. I mean, I think y'all a lot of people. Did you see how big Shakur look in that ring? How comfortable he look at that weight, and how he was just handling Valdez easily, handily. You know what I mean? It wasn't even. It wasn't. It was effortless. You know what I mean? So you know, I don't think Lomachenko brings nothing that's going to be like out the ordinary. Because if he had hard times getting to T.O., he's really going to have a hard time getting it to Shakur. Exactly. I think so too. I think Shakur is hey. I said long time ago, out of all those youngins, I like that Shakur the most. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad he finally getting, you know, the fights that he can showcase where he got. I just think he gets better and better. The bigger the fight, the bigger the performance. The better the fighter, the better performance. I think he's one of those guys that's just going to keep getting better, and he's one of the future faces of boxing. Also that night, you know, a lot of people want to give shout out to Keyshawn Davis. You know, he did his thing, you know, went out there and put on a masterful performance. Ali's grandson put on a masterful performance as well. So, you know, all in all, we see a lot of young fighters coming up. You know what I mean? But do me a favor, boxing fans. Do me a favor, y'all, before y'all get ahead of yourself. I like Boots. I like Keyshawn. I like all these kids. Let them put their work in before we start talking about them getting up there with the big boys. Let them keep doing what they're doing. Let them keep chopping away before we start putting them up there with the big boys. You know what I mean? I think Boots is definitely got a bright future, but I think let them keep working on the level that he's on before we throw him in there with Terrence or Earl. You know what I mean? Let that go. You know what I mean? Also, man, Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. What a fight. What a fight. They got to give them girls 3-minute rounds. They got to give them women 3-minute rounds, and they got to go up to 12 rounds. It's ridiculous. But for they did the thing for 10 rounds. 10 2-minute rounds, they let it go. They let it go. The whole place, the whole arena was on their feet. You know what I mean? Not one person was sitting at the end of the fight. They gave it everything they got, and it was a dandy. And like they should, they running it back. They running it back. They said they're gonna run it back. The ladies are doing what they're supposed to do, but now in terms of the decision, I do not agree with the decision. It should have been an Amanda Serrano win or draw. You know what I mean? I do not like the fact that they gave that fight to Katie, because as the fight progressed, now don't get me wrong, Katie Taylor, great fight, but not accurate scorecard. Who you had winning, Shot-Time? Who you had winning? I mean, listen, here's my thing. I ain't taking nothing from Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor showed that she was willing to do what champions do in the early part of that fight, because she was taking some leather. She was taking some punishment. You hear me? But you know, and I think I'm still trying to figure out. I don't know if Amanda shot her low or something, because she came out. She kind of let Katie off the hook in round 6, 7, and 8. But as them last 2 rounds, she went back to pressing, and Katie was doing a whole lot of holding, a whole lot of everything. I mean, she was fine, but she always doing a whole lot of hugging, whole lot of holding on and all that. And you just can't give nobody a fight of this magnitude the W when they just in survival mode. You know what I mean? Amanda, you got to clean up some of the stuff. And I'll be honest, in the rematch, I think Amanda might get her out of there. Amanda had her, but she did not cut the ring off on Katie. Facts. I mean, Katie Taylor showed she a dog. No bones about it. Katie Taylor showed she a dog. You know what I mean? She showed that she definitely is there for the route. You know what I mean? She definitely there for the route. So I mean, I cannot take nothing away from Katie Taylor. No shade at all. She left it all in the ring. But I think that the fact that she was holding on and grabbing and all that other stuff, and to try to just make it through the end of the fight, you just can't take the fight from Amanda like that. You know what I mean? So, but I'm glad they're running it back. I'm glad they're running it back. They already said they're gonna run it back. They're gonna do it again. So that's already in the works. So we getting ready to really, boxing lit, man. Boxing lit. But I think a lot of people trying to hate on that women's bout, saying that we giving it extra yeast because it was women. Nah, that was a great fight. That was a great fight. You know what I mean? Both of them was bleeding at the end of the fight. The whole arena was on his feet. That's what they did what champions do. So I'm definitely want to see it again, but they got to get them girls. They got to get them women 3-minute rounds. They got to give them 3-minute rounds. I mean, it's just you just have to. You know what I mean? I mean, if they can let the women in the MMA jump in the cage and break each other arms and choke each other out for 5 minutes on the mat, these women can fight 3-minute rounds. You know what I mean? And pay them for 3-minute rounds. You know what I mean? I mean, it's ridiculous that they saying that the only reason the women don't go 3-minute rounds because they don't want to pay. Man, pay them women, man. That was a great fight. That was a great fight. I mean, that was pay-per-view worthy. You know what I mean? That was a main event that was worth the pay-per-view, worth whatever you would have paid for it. That's it. You know what I mean? That was old school Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard type fight. Not saying they meant, not doing that. Not trying to disrespect them. But that was it. That was lit. I'm shout out to Katie and Amanda, man, and I'm glad they running it back. I want to see them again. Also, DMV, Franchon Cruz became undisputed in her weight class that night. So shout out to her. You know what I mean? Also, let me see what we else got going on. So Shakur, we talked about that. Not really sure what he's going to do next. Probably going to just go ahead and become undisputed at 130 and then see what happens at 135. So, he's going to dominate 130 and become undisputed. And maybe Lomachenko or maybe Tank or somebody will go ahead and jump up and make a fight with him happen. But I think they'll probably try to make that fight marinate a little bit longer before they put them in the ring with it. But again, boxing is lit. What do y'all think of Shakur? What do you rank him? Is he on your pound for pound list now? He's on mine. He makes the pound for pound because, we had some things happen in the pound for pound fighters last year. So some fell off, and I definitely see he's definitely got to be on my pound for pound list. Not top 5 just yet, but he is pound for pound. And for those that I'm not talking about talent, just body of work and resume right now, he's not in my top 5, but he's definitely in the top 10. You know what I mean? Not top 5. Nobody's, yeah. So, and now coming up, we got Canelo versus Bivol. I don't know. Me personally, I think they chose Bivol for a reason. I do not think that, do you have him above Tank? Absolutely got him above Tank. You do too. You know what I'm saying? You do too. You got him above Tank too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he above Tank. You know what I mean? Tank got to do something like this roadie fight does nothing. Let's just be honest. This roadie fight does nothing. You know what I mean? This roadie fight is nothing but it should be a highlight reel knockout to make people go ooh and ah, but it don't do nothing for me in terms of the pound per pound list. Yeah, Shakur is definitely above Tank right now to me, and Devin Haney. So let's just be that. Let's be what it is. Shakur is I don't know where I put him in the top 10. He's not in the top 5, but he's definitely top 10. And I don't know where I put him in the 10 yet. I got to think about it. You know what I mean? Because we had some people that dropped. I sure do. Just some Tank fans that don't keep it 100. Nah, he's definitely got behind the Tank. I mean, listen, you gave us, let me see. You gave us Mario Barrios year ago. You gave us Mario Barrios a year ago, and then we got Pitbull Cruz, which we're not taking nothing from the Pitbull Cruz fight, but you're not getting nothing for Rolly. We're not giving you nothing for Rolly. So, I mean, yay. This man just beat Valdez. This man beat Jamel Hearn. He's in the top 10 pound for pound in boxing because let's look at it like, because let me see. What's my man name that I was hyping up? Josh Taylor, he really lost, so we can't boost him up. Josh Taylor lost. Who else on the top 10 lost? We had another top 10 lose. We'll get to it. Oh, Teofimo lost. Josh Taylor really lost. So I mean, the top 10 is all discombobulated. Top 5 solidified. We know who the top 5 is. Top 5: Canelo, Usyk, Bud, Earl, Fury. Who you taking off? Nobody. So he's not in the top 5, but he's definitely top 10. He's not in the top 5, but he's definitely top 10. I got to sit down and really concentrate on where I'm gonna put him at. In the 10, he could be 6. Could be 6. He could be 6. Could be 7. You know what I mean? Do you rate? Hold up, Charlie. You put him over anyway? Let's be honest. Tank is good, but he's not fighting champions. Fair enough. Fair enough. They might be fighting each other soon, but I doubt if they do that right now. I would love that. I would love if they turned around and keep boxing lit. And just keep boxing hot right now. Boxing is piping hot right now. So I wish they did keep it hot and put put him in there. Who would I say Tank need to fight? He need to fight one of the champions. I mean, after this Rolly fight, you got to get in the ring with, well, you can't fight Devin, you can't fight Cambosa. So you got to find a way to get Loma. You got to find a way to get Ryan Garcia. You got to find a way to get somebody that we think of as a reputable opponent in the ring. But you can't give us another Rolly, and you can't give us another run it back with Pitbull Cruz. I think, you know what? I think if he ran it back with Pitbull Cruz and like get him out of there, I think we can give him some justice for, because people starting to get on the Pitbull Crew hype train. People really starting to follow and get it, get up with the Pitbull Crew. So I mean, hey man, you just don't know, man. You know what I mean? So that's what I used to say.
And now that I'm at 30, I feel like I'm at a point in my life to where if I just want to pick up.
Yeah. So that's who Tank need to fight. Tank need a top 5 fighter in his division. I'm just, so you don't think Pitbull top 5 right now? I think if he ran it back with Pitbull, I think he could do something for himself if he ran it back with Pitbull. I do. I really do. I really think if he ran it back with Pitbull, you know what I'm saying? If he ran it back with Pitbull, he might be able to do some things, man. I'm ready for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So if he ran it back with Pitbull or yeah, that's about it. Because I mean, everybody else pretty much tied up. For those that don't know, this is somewhat breaking news, but I said this a while back. So it's in the work that Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor are possibly set up for a fight. And I knew that was gonna happen. I don't think he will want Pitbull. I think he will. I think he can get Pitbull out of there. I mean, I think he can get Pitbull out of there. Pitbull number 6 at 135 to me. Pitbull number 6. Then who the top 5? Because Teofimo gone. Oh, you putting your man in the mix. Woo! Speaking of that, hey man, listen, your man don't want them Shakur problems to do it. Your man, let's talk about it. Since you in here, your man don't want them Shakur problems. Coach Shizong. Yeah.
What's going on, Apostle?
What's happening? We talking that talk right now. So the question on the table is, who does Tank need to fight next after Rolly in order to get his stock up?
I don't know. Let him fight Ryan. Let him get Ryan out of the way.
I think he need to run it back with Pitbull Cruz. Get it done. Listen, Charlie. All I'm saying is right now. See, I told all y'all Lomachenko fans. I told all y'all Lomachenko fans that listen. The time for Lomachenko to fight Shakur was a few years ago. Right now, he wash and rinse your man. Drowns him. It's gonna be a whooping for your man. He gonna beat the brakes off Lomachenko. I told you should have got to the boy when he was younger. He got it. His man strength is coming in. Talk to me, Maniac McGee.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's
Yeah, I agree. I don't think none you said was wrong. He's not even done growing into his man strip. He's getting bigger and bigger. I just seen him this weekend. I was like, God damn, he got stretch marks on his shoulder now. So you know he's still growing.
so, man? Like I said, He said, "You know too much about boxing to say that." Hey, listen, man. Listen, I don't like your man chances with Shakur. I do not like Lomachenko chances with Shakur. I think that's why they're gonna try to hold him over there for the winner of Cambosis and Devin Haney. I guarantee your man fight a ham sandwich next.
That's a good analysis.
I guarantee Lomachenko fight a ham sandwich next. You know what I'm saying? Win one thing, drown though. When is you talking about me saying he gonna drown? Listen, man. I think this kid getting better, Charlie. I'm not gonna lie. I think this kid is maturing before our eyes. Cause I mean, listen, he was standing in front of Valdez completely comfortable. It was effortless. You know what I mean? It was effortless, bro. Like, I mean, he had not a care in the world. It was just like, I mean, I think he had sparring sessions more exciting than the fight he had.
Hey,
You know?
can I ask you something? Or can I ask Charlie something? I think that's his name.
Go ahead.
Because he seemed like a Lomachenko fan.
He is.
Who's the best person, in your opinion, that Lomachenko has fought? Since you think that, you know, not you personally, AK, but who does Charlie think?
You opening up, I'm just telling you, opening up a can of worms. Go ahead, Charlie. You open up a can of worms.
I'm just saying because if ain't nobody on Shakur level, then they both are entering a realm of one has never fought the other or a style like the other. You know what I mean?
Facts. No question, no doubt, no doubts with that at all. No doubt about that. Uh-oh. So right now we're having a conversation.
Hey,
oh man.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, there he
What's
is.
up?
The professor,
Right.
Denzel. JM is in the building. He made it in. Get comfortable because it's gonna get hot in here. Listen. Right now, we're discussing Lomachenko, the possible fight between Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. And, you know, what's your thoughts on that, JM?
I think it's a bad matchup for Shakur. The reason why I think it's a bad matchup for Shakur is that as dynamic as he is a very fundamental fighter. And Lomachenko's whole fight philosophy is to do things different than fundamental fighters. Fundamental fighters are used to doing things a certain way. He's so unorthodox. I think it's a very challenging matchup for Shakur. That's just my opinion on that. I know that's unpopular though.
It should be. It should be. It should be. You know what I mean? What the world? Hold on. And this for you, Sanchez. This is his answer. Rigo, Teofimo, and Gary is Lomachenko and I'm gonna give you Nicholas Walters too.
Okay, so can I reply to this right quick?
Go ahead.
I'll give him Gary. I give him Gary. I think Axeman had limited boxing skills, so that's why he was frustrated. Never fought again. He quit. As far as Tio, I don't think Tio was technically better than Loma. I just think Loma or in his camp or whoever whatnot, I think they had the wrong game plan. Because I personally feel, you know, if Loma picked it up a round or two, he probably would have stopped Tio. It was getting ugly for him.
That's right.
It was getting ugly for him. He picked it up that 12th round, and that's what sealed the deal, to be honest.
Man, listen, man. Man, Teofimo had that man in his pocket. It's a reason. It's a reason why. It's a reason why he was hesitant. It was some hot sauce. It was some hot sauce on the other end of that jab. He didn't. He thought the boy was just having popcorn. He didn't want that hot
Well,
sauce.
that's what I was saying. Is as far as it was the wrong game plan. I feel like T.O. was bigger and like his reflexes, his reactions, and everything was better than they thought. You know what I mean? So I think that was just bad game plan on Loma's behalf. But I don't think by far T.O. is nowhere near better than Loma. Not even close.
So check this out, and I got to ask this question for JM as well. JM. Now we sat back and we watched this man hesitant, trying to pick his spots against Teofimo, who's nowhere near as accurate as Shakur, nowhere near as sharp as Shakur, nowhere near as defensively sound as Shakur. But you gonna sit there and say it's a bad matchup for Shakur?
I think he's more explosive than Shakur.
I don't think so. No, I think who's more explosive?
Fimo, he's more explosive. I think that's what surprised Loma. And I think Loma was more stagnant and he was more hesitant because of the explosiveness. You don't want to get caught or knocked out or stumble or knocked down. Like he got knocked down by my man's Linares, Jorge. So he got knocked down by Linares. So if Fimo caught you clean, that might be a big problem for Loma. Because he's really technically, my opinion, he's smaller. He's too small for 35. That's my opinion. I'm done.
Listen. All right. This is what you're missing, Charlie, and everybody else. When Shakur go up to 135, the bigger this boy gets, the stronger he becomes. You know what I mean? His hand speed ain't going nowhere. His defense ain't going nowhere. I think what you're gonna see is you're gonna see your man Loma become a junior deacon, be on his best behavior, try not to get touched by this young boy, and he gonna do the same thing against T.O., and then we're gonna have his same excuse. Something's wrong with his shoulder. He might gotta get shoulder surgery. Get out of here, man. Go ahead.
So AK, let me say this to you. I think that T.O. poses a different kind of challenge for Lomo than Shakur does. As Sanchez says, T.O. himself is a bit unorthodox in that he relies on improvisation and explosiveness, whereas once you fight Shakur, you're pretty sure what he's going to do throughout the entire fight. And see, that kind of pattern fighter falls into the trap of a Lomo who he exploits the very traditional way to box. And I'm not saying that Shakur can't beat him. That's just a bad matchup for Shakur, in my opinion.
I see what JM's saying, and that makes sense. I ain't even gonna lie, that makes sense.
I know. Listen, don't let him woo you, man. Cause see, look, he fancy with his words, man. He fancy with his words. Don't let that man woo you, man. Stand your ground. Stand your ground up here today.
I am though, but it makes sense, and I respect that analysis because after that analysis, it brings me back to the drawing board to want to see Shakur throw more punches, because he gonna have to throw more punches to beat Loma.
Did T.O. have to throw more punches?
Hell yeah, he threw a lot of punches. He dictated the pace. So I feel like what JM is saying is pretty much the traditional style of boxing, hands up, orthodox style or southpaw style, whatever style he's talking about. Traditional style of boxing, Loma catches the angles, and the Shakur, he either gonna fight at a distance the whole fight and lose, or he gonna push the pace. And I'm telling you, man, I think what JM's saying is accurate.
Hey, man, listen, that young boy gonna show y'all. Listen, I got zero faith in Lomachenko in a fight like that. I have zero faith. Faith.
Man, let that man Sanchez talk as much as he want to talk, man. That man talking good, man.
Sure.
Nah, I agree with you, JM. That makes sense. And
man.
Your analysis is always on point, even if it's on the other side of the fence. It's always respectable, and it always makes sense for real. AK on the other hand, no, I'm playing. Let me stop.
No, I think I should jump in on that right there.
I'm
What
about
it
to mute
is
him.
is
I'm about to
what
mute
it
him.
is. We need to give AK more mambo sauce. We need to do that. Ever since they closed down the spot on Benham Road, um, you know, he don't get the mambo sauce, and it affects some of his opinions sometimes.
Look at Charlie. Look at Charlie. Make perfect sense. Charlie, listen. You know what? Listen, I'm glad you got a couple of defense attorneys in here to help you out. You don't believe it yourself. You don't even believe that yourself. But I tell y'all what. If that fight get made, please come see me because you know we're gonna have to make some arrangements. Everybody will be wearing shirts. Um, Up next, let me see. I already know one topic that if we get to that one topic, we ain't gonna get to no other topic. So we're gonna go with Canelo and Bivol. Canelo and Bivol. I'm gonna go around the room, starting with you, Coach Sean. Tell me what you how you on here twice, Coach Sean? Sean, how you got two things up here? All right, Sean, what you think of the Canelo Bivol fight? What the word, bro?
I hope. I'm gonna just say what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Canelo gets stopped.
You hope
That's all I
Canelo
got to say.
gets
That's all I
stopped.
got to say about Canelo and Bivol. Yeah, man. You know I ain't no Canelo fan, man. The only thing I'm gonna say is bad about him. I'm just being honest.
Why do you feel so that strong? I mean, that's a bit much. Why are you so strong about that? You just don't like Canelo? I mean, you got to make a prediction now. You're a boxing coach. Make the right
I gotta
prediction.
make. All right, I'm gonna make a prediction. I kind of think that Canelo. Well, I do think Canelo gonna win, but I don't want him to. I don't know, man. I don't like him. I don't care for Canelo. I don't know. I don't care for
Okay.
him.
Okay. We're gonna go to JM. JM, who you got? Canelo versus Bivol.
Okay, AK, I'm gonna give you an A or B scenario. If Canelo comes in at 175 on the weigh-in, I think he'll get outpointed. I thought against Kovalev, he looked like a plodding, slow, very limited output fighter at 175. If he's wise, he'd come in between 168 and 170 so that his punch output, his punch volume, and his cardio will last. And I believe he'll stop Bivol if he comes in no higher than 170. Over that, I think he's more hittable, less active, and probably will get outpointed, even as biased as it will be on Cinco de Mayo in Las Vegas. Whether the judges agree or not, I think he'll deserve to lose if he comes in at 175 or more.
Okay. Okay. I like that prediction. Maniac McGee. I like that prediction though.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Canelo in this one. I don't think Bivol punches hard enough. He's a pillow puncher for his weight class. He's more so of a boxer at that weight class, and I think if anybody at 75 is just gonna stop Canelo, that had to be Biel. Yeah, I see him. I see him. He a better boxer than Bivol to me. He's stronger than Bivol to me, and yeah, that's what I'm going with. I think Bivol he he reminds me of Gozovic. Um, if I'm pronouncing his name right at 75, Gozovic. He used to be WBC champion, and that's who he reminds me of. He's not too much different. Probably a more polished boxer, but as far as like power, that's leaning towards Canelo to me, and I don't see Bivol making it out. To be honest.
Okay. I mean, it's consensus. Everybody's going to pick Canelo unless Bivol comes in there and finds a way to land a slam and do what Coach Sean is praying for and get a knockout. He's not going to get a decision. He's not going to get a decision on Cinco de Mayo and Canelo to face of boxing. He got to find a way to get a knockout, and I don't think he can get one. I don't know. I hope Canelo. What up, Ant? 24 Ant. I hope Canelo don't knock him out, but I do believe Canelo will win. On the scorecard, even if Bivol finds a way to make it a competitive fight, it just ain't it.
Can I say this now?
Say what?
I don't hope Canelo get knocked out, but I agree with Sean. I don't care for Canelo, to be honest.
So I mean, listen, he won. Listen, like I said, he over there, with a sign outside. You see the sign outside his car talking about what worked for Canelo loss. We can't have that, man.
Not the sign.
But let me say this.
Don't care
I'm
for him
sorry.
too much.
Go ahead.
So let me say this. This is one of the reasons why I agree with you, AKA, why he can't win a decision, speaking of Bivol, because the big play is that the winner of Better Biv and Joe Smith have 3 of the titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Canelo would have this share of the title, and you would be staging an undisputed middleweight championship. Light heavyweight championship of the world. And I think that's the business play. That's the hand operating behind the scenes.
Now, speaking of that though, now we're gonna skip this Triple G fight. We're just gonna skip that because that's in the pipeline.
Skip to my Lou.
The Triple G fight, Canelo Triple G3 is in the pipeline. That's still in the pipeline. And not to mention that both Joe Smith and Beterbiev are both on Top Rank. I'm just talking about the potential loopholes. I'm just talking about the potential loopholes.
And don't nobody care about Triple G Canelo 3, but probably Eddie Hearn. Other than that, don't nobody care about that.
Don't nobody want to see Triple G? Don't nobody here? Anybody chat? Anybody do? Anybody want to see Canelo Triple G3?
Nope.
No.
Like, to be honest, I only want to see Triple G against 2 people. Either it's
Charlo
and Boo-Boo. And Charlo. And I got them both knocking them out.
Speaking of Charlo, Castano Charlo 2 is in the pipeline. Is the week. I think it's the week after Canelo Bivol. You know what I mean? What we got going on? This is undisputed. Somebody gonna be a winner this time. Ain't gonna be no draw. Who you got winning?
Oh, this is my guy.
Who's your guy?
I'm a Charlo fan.
Okay.
Well, Jamal is my favorite, but I can't like one without the other. So I rock with Jamel. He just neither here nor there. But I got him beating Castano. He washing this dude. He knocking him out. I think Castano, he had a certain style that I think Jamel wasn't ready for. Because I had Jamel up 1 round or the draw, either or. I didn't have Castano winning. And I was actually, before I joined Clubhouse, I was actually watching. They got this round by round thing they doing with Showtime now, where they're going over close fights, and they analyze them. And I got my boy Jamel stopping him. He clocking him. He getting him out of there.
And you see how it is.
He said, Jamel, I got another Jamel by KO. Come on with it, Coach Sean. With your hating self. Come on, get your hate on.
I'm not a Charlo fan.
Yeah.
All right, Sean. You taking it too far.
I'm going for Castano again. Huh?
You picking Castano, right?
I'm T-Pain.
Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you what you gotta stop doing. Listen, just Coach. I ain't gonna lie. Now, hey, JM, y'all got it. I'm not coming for you, Coach, but look, you gotta get these emotions out of here. You got too much emotions going on here. You're emotional about Canelo. You're emotional about the Charlos. You got to stop that, man. Now I need you to make an educated pick. Get your heart out of it. Take the bias out. Who you picking? And you froze.
With the Canelo thing, what did I say? I said what I wanted. No, I'm froze.
No, you said you hope. You say you hope he get knocked out.
Oh, right. But I said Canelo, he gonna win. But I hope he get knocked out. I feel like Charlo gonna win, but I'm still going for Castano.
Oh, you think Charlo gonna win?
I just feel like he gonna definitely do something totally different. He gonna be more prepared. He gonna be ready. He gonna be ready.
Can I ask this?
He gonna be ready.
I don't know how long y'all been following them, the Charlos, but I've been watching them for a minute, and I feel like Jamel was a better fighter with Ronnie Shields than he is with Derrick James. Now I think Derrick James got him in tip top shape, but as far as thinking he'll knock out artists, like he was known as the boxer between the two. I feel like
He was. He
he
was.
lost. You know what I mean? He lost his. I feel like he lost his sense of his jab. His jab was so sharp. He had speed. Like he was outboxing good boxers. I remember back then. Like if he came out trying to knock out Gabe, back then it wouldn't have happened. If he came out trying to knock out Marty Rosen back then, it wouldn't have happened.
But to that point, Shantez, I think I don't know if the trainer is the factor. I think that he's evolved into a hyper emotional fighter, and because he's so hyper emotional, he does not stick to what is most effective, what is most smart, and he's fighting with his ego and his emotions more than he could and should, because going after guys at a certain point, if you can't get a guy out there, you got to just go ahead and dismantle him, but he's the type of guy that will continue to try to get him out of there, even if he never gets him out of there. Once his brain gets set, he's locked in.
Now, you know what? That makes sense though, JM. What's up?
Hold on a second. But who you picking, JM? Brian Castano or Jamel Charlo? You ain't getting out of that.
I was trying to duck it, man. I was trying to duck it. I'm going to go on a limb and say a 12-round decision by Charlo, but watch this. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another draw.
Nah, we getting the winner this time. I feel
now, like these two are yin and yang toward each other.
We're going to get a win this time. Somebody's going to be a winner. What you got real quick, Maniac, before I put this hot sauce on this thing real quick?
Nah, I wasn't finna say nothing, but that just makes sense. Like I guess that's the reason why I like Jamal more than I like Jamel, because Jamel is too emotional. He's just female-ish for me.
So you said you like Jamal more than you like Jamel?
Yes, sir.
For what they do outside the ring, not for what they do in the ring.
No, inside and outside. Jamal is definitely, like, you think about Jamal, he's disciplined. Like he's gonna stick to the game plan. He a dog.
What game plan is that? Because let me tell you something. Listen. Let me tell you something. I like the Charlo boys. I respect and got nothing but love for Jamel Charlo, but Jamal, no, baby, we got no, Jamal. You got we got no. We got papers on you. But this is the thing. The buffet line is moving. Bro. Fight all this year. We get nothing but big fights. Smoke. Earl Spence, possible fighting turns Bud Crawford. Jamel Charlo about to fight Castano for undisputed. Where you at?
That's good. No, that's valid. That's valid.
Now, AK.
No, hold on, Sanchez. That's valid.
I was about to say that.
One thing you got to say about Lil Bro, one thing you got to say about Jamel, and this is why I respect him as a fighter. He is literally taking on all comers, period, point blank. And so that's gotta give you a thumbs down for Jamal, because he's been so thirsty for the Canelo sweepstakes that he's let the fights that could define his career pass him by.
Listen, Jamal, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, Boo Boo Andre, somebody. But this fight you about to give us in a couple weeks? Are you serious?
So
are you serious?
Now,
are you serious?
Are you serious? My favorite fighter, right? Non-biased, right? Non-biased. Y'all are 100% right, and I feel like y'all share my frustration as far as him not unifying or fighting those big name fights. Stop chasing Canelo. To be honest, nobody cares about Canelo for real. I don't give a damn if I see you fight Canelo. I just want to see you fight somebody. I'd rather see you fight Bivol Andre before I see you fight Canelo. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for you to fight Caleb Plant. I really don't care about him fighting Benavidez because I feel like Benavidez only picking. He only picking that Charlo for real, but he not even trying to make no fights in his weight class. I don't believe all that hype Benavidez is saying about nobody wants to fight him. I don't believe that. Bro, you've been at 175 for like 5-6 years.
So now you about to fight a dude that lost to Danny Jacobs and Bivol Andre.
What's wrong with that?
It's a lot wrong with that. Ain't
nobody had nothing to say to Bivol Andre or Danny Jacobs when they was fighting them.
One of them fought him when he was undefeated.
What's the point? He only lost twice.
But Danny Jacobs been in the ring with Triple G. Danny Jacobs been in the ring with Canelo. He got the fights that you want.
Exactly. So the fact
that's just not a good thing to bring up, Danny Jacobs.
To be honest, the fact that Canelo and Triple G is fighting Danny Jacobs because they know. And speaking of Danny the Duck Miracle Man Jacobs, he smooth ducked Jamal. Smooth ducked him.
He can do that. That's fine.
Danny Jacobs talked all that
shit. He can do that though. He listen. He's made it to the buffet. That's what we're trying to say. He made it to the buffet. You got to get to the buffet, Jamal. Listen to me. Listen, you had your French fries, you had your lettuce. Now we need a steak. We tired of this. Everybody else got smoke. We got smoke. We got all kinds of big fights coming on. Nobody's looking for you versus Seleke. We don't care.
I really do agree with that, though. You're right about that.
All right. All right. Moving on. Let's get hot. Y'all know what it is now. So, ladies and gents, as the buffet of boxing continues, we got later on this year. Like, I'm like, you know what? Okay, let me ask you something. I'm gonna go around the room. Other than the Bud Crawford Spence fight, what's one more fight that you just gotta have before this year's out? We'll start with you, Sanchez. Other than Bud and Earl, name a fight you just got to have it before the year's over.
I got to have it.
I want to see the girls run it back.
That'll be a good one. But
I want to see the girls run it back.
Ain't mad at that. I actually had Serrano winning, to be honest. Now, I gotta see, to be honest, probably Inoue and Donaire again. I gotta see that. That's Donaire, Nonito. That's my guy. But I like the monster.
I'm not impressed with either one of them. I'm gonna give them their flowers. But that's, you know what? I give you, that's a fight worth watching.
You say you're not impressed with any one of them?
No.
What?
Wow.
The Filipino Flash and the monster. You're not impressed with them?
No, I'm not. I need more. I'm not sold. On this monster. You know what I mean? So clear out your weight class. Let's see what you do when you move up a little bit. We need more.
But you got to remember, okay? He up like 3-4 weight classes already. Nonito up like 5-6.
I need to see some notable fights, bro. And Nonito Donaire can't be the best fight on your resume. I'm not taking nothing from him. I know everybody love him, and everybody's saying he's a monster, he's a killer, he's this. But I need something better than Nonito.
I mean, what you want him to move up to 126 and fight? Come on, 122 to fight Stephen Fulton or something? Because that's the next best thing.
Why not? Let's get it.
That's a lot of weight, okay? That's a lot of weight to be asking for somebody that came from 112.
10 pounds, 14, 18.
And 10 pounds, like that ain't a lot.
It is a lot. Get you some Brontosaurus burgers. Go to hit a couple cookouts. Go to the cookouts that Ugals didn't make it to. We're gonna get to that though. We're gonna get to that though. Hey, what's the one fight? What's other than Spence and Crawford? What's one fight you gotta have this year, JM?
You talking about even if it's already signed and on the books?
Don't matter the fight you just gotta have.
I gotta have Devin Haney and Cambosos
Mm.
in Australia, with the drama, with the anticipation, with the chips all down, with a mountain to climb for the young man. I got to have it. This is a historic moment.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, you do got a message. JM got a message for all boxing officials and about what we would like to see on behalf of Devin Haney when he gets in the ring of Cambosos. Run it.
Okay, so AK, I just saw that new media already been listening to us on Clubhouse because they came out. Top Rank came out and said that there are going to be no Australian judges, but we're not satisfied. We're not satisfied with that. We want the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, Ring Magazine, the Australian Boxing Commission, all referees and officials to know that the general consensus, the narrative within boxing culture is that unless Devin Haney scores a knockout, it is a predetermined outcome that he will lose. And we just need everyone involved to know that the eyes of the boxing world are on you. And we will show up at everybody's door with a cat of nine tails on fire, right? We'll show up to your doors and let you know that we're not taking this no more. No justice, no peace.
There it is.
Now, to be honest, I won't be mad. Now, I don't even say I ain't gonna be mad. If they did play Devin Haney, then that's
You wouldn't be mad if the boys
I
get
ain't gonna say
robbed.
I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be
mad,
mad.
but hopefully that lead his ass into Tank, and Tank ain't gonna play with him. That's really gonna be capital murder.
Who in the tank? Cambosos?
Yeah, like if they played Devin Haney and that ran him into Tank, that'll really be capital murder.
Well, he's going to, if he gets past Devin Haney, he's going to Lomachenko. Then maybe we'll see after that. You know what I mean? Because by then, Shakur will probably be off Top Rank, and who knows what's going to happen after that. You know what I mean?
I don't know about Loma, man. This war ain't letting up, bro. So I don't.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, but
So,
AK, I just popped in on you Kings for a few minutes. Let me shout out Sanchez, Coach Sean, you, and all your wonderful viewing and listening audience, man. I'll be back checking on you soon.
shout out, man. Appreciate you, JM, coming in, dropping it down. Now, we are also, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the Sir Boxing Room on Clubhouse. Also, we do frequent and always often in the Punch by Punch Boxing Room with our Brad, all the hot interviews. We talk to a lot of fighters, daily and a couple times a week. You know what I mean? So, like last week we talked to Julian Jackson and Julius Jackson. I'm just running. Friday before that, we talked to Jeff Mayweather. So we always tapping in. So if you ain't around, huh?
I was in there yesterday. Just
Yeah, like I
casually.
said, if you ever get through, you never know. And then like Devin Haney, Chop, people, all kinds of people just flow through the room. You never know who gonna pop in there, and you can talk. You be talking boxing to some of the biggest names in boxing. You know what I mean? And again, this is Let's Talk Sports, y'all. We do got some hot interviews in the pipeline as we work diligently to try to work through these schedules. They're not easy, but we are doing it right there. This is Coach Sean from Norfolk Boxing Gym. Right there, man. Got hey, Sean, shout out some of your fighters that you got, your pros that you got out there, that's doing the thing, man. Talk to them. You are muted. You are muted. You just talking for no reason.
Slick Nick. His name Nick Sullivan. He signed the Golden Boy. We actually
Hey,
fighting
Slick Nick, my guy from
May
VA.
25th. It's yeah. I'm his coach. We fight on the 25th on this event that Sugar Ray Leonard and Golden Boy put together. And then after that, we hoping to be coming back fighting in July on an undercard that JoJo Diaz is gonna be on whatever once they announce that. And then I also work with this other young kid named Javon Woodard Jr. He's out of Atlanta though, but sometimes they send him up here and I work with him, I train him or whatever. His last fight, I know he got a knockout. I was there working in the corner. That was down in Atlanta. But yeah, them two guys right there, and then I help other other coaches that I know with fighters also.
Hey, Sean. That's crazy, man. First of all, shout out to you and Nick, man. I've been in Carolina, man. I started boxing in Carolina, and I think I knew you looked familiar. I met Nick a couple times, and I followed him, but I remember seeing him fight, man. That dude's special, man. That dude's special, bro. Like he's special. I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and my coach named Coach Khalil, Khalil Shaquille. Like man, that dude's special, bro. He's special. He got something right there.
Hey, matter of fact, speaking of JoJo Diaz, man,
Thank you.
JoJo Diaz came in the room last night on the live for a minute. You know what I mean? He stayed on for a couple minutes, but JoJo came
He
through
supposed
last
to come
night.
on tonight.
Oh, JoJo coming back?
He supposed to be on tonight. He said
Okay.
he gonna be on. He gonna come on tonight. And like 10 though, either 10 or 10:30, something like that. Yeah.
All right, so that's shout out to Sibby Boxing on Instagram. Like I said, man, we don't mind sharing the love, man. Listen, listen, we connected to just about everybody. So Sibby Boxing got JoJo Diaz on their live tonight on Instagram live, man. So tap in if you can and all that. You know what I mean? Like I said, on Clubhouse, we will be on there. You never know who in the room. You know what I mean? We get to talk to the legendary fighters, trainers, and all that on a daily basis, man. So, if you love boxing, just want to talk boxing, man, go ahead and tap in because that's what we do on all these things. Now, while we here, hot and heavy got it going on. This is, again, Let's Talk Sports, y'all. Merch, it's written forever.com, sponsored by TNT Logistics and Fierce Financial Group. Also, we are part of the Black Eye Media Room, Colossal Mag, the whole nine. Shout out to BZL, my man Robert Harvey. Now, while we hot, let's get it. Let's get it one more time. Run it. Maniac. We haven't. The last time we seen you was before Earl Spence fought Udonis Ugas. Now, after watching the Ugas fight, is your pick the same, or do you got a little bit of difference in your pick?
It's still the same. Bud stopping him.
You lost your mind.
He's stopping him and getting him out of there.
You lost your mind.
He got too much in his bag.
Too much in his bag?
He got too much in his bag for Errol. It's levels to this, AK.
Yeah, you're right. It is levels to this.
I'm trying to tell you this. It's levels to this. Now, I get it, Errol. Now, I don't feel about Errol how I feel about Canelo. I like Errol. I'm a fan. When it comes to Bud, I seen this with my own two eyes.
What you see with your own two eyes? Tell me what you seen.
I seen him beat this man. Look, some of the people that
are they on Earl level? The people you talking, are they on Earl level?
I thought so.
Before we jump out there, but I seen him do this. Did he do it to somebody on that level?
I thought they was on Earl level.
That's
but
man.
The thing is, like, I know in boxing we got something called the eye test, and Bud, he passes that eye test. He fucking strong as shit.
We get that.
He different, bro. He different. He is different. I've seen this in Colorado. In Colorado, bro, it's 3 people that I will vouch for that I know for myself that can really bang, and that's Bud Crawford, Adrian Broner, and Shakur Stevenson. I seen this.
So you putting Adrian Broner over Earl?
No, that's not what I said. I said with my own two eyes that I've seen. I just know Bud got too much in his bag for Earl.
I
Like
disagree.
he been training. He been
Oh.
train. Look, he been training for Errol since 140. He been had him on his target list.
That's cap. That's cap. Listen to me.
Wow.
Let me say this. Let me say this right here today, right now. Listen. Nobody's ducking nobody. This fight was meant to happen. These fighters both want to fight each other. I'm not saying that right now, but what I need for some of y'all to do, stop the capping. When he first came to 147, Earl was not on his radar. He wanted Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia first. Earl made the intention.
That was his cherry pick.
What was his cherry pick?
Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. They was his
cherry
cherry picks.
Cherry picks?
Yeah, they are cherry picks. They are. They are.
Cherry picks.
They are
These
cherry
picks. Goodness. That's big talk, champ. You talking big talk over there. Listen.
They were cherry picks. I'm telling you, bro.
Listen.
Bud is stopping him, man.
He's not stopping Earl. Nobody's stopping Earl.
He's getting him out of there.
He's not getting him out of there. He's not getting him out of there. He's not getting him out of there. You're in the Matrix, Sean. Please, I want to hear what you got to say because he's not stopping. I don't listen. He may win the fight. If he win the fight, it's no big deal. He's just that special. But to say he's going to stop him is ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous.
Out of there. I'm talking about. In the words of Teddy Atlas, stop this fight. This shouldn't go on. Like, get him out of there, ref. Where's the referee? And I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a lot of pressure on that referee because when Bud get on his ass, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Listen, first of all, neither one of them is fought. Neither one of them have seen anything like the other. Neither one of them have seen anything like the other. And it's certain Nah, he's never seen nothing like Earl. Earl never seen nobody like him. No, he hasn't.
I don't know. I would say Bud seen more Earl than Earl has seen of Bud.
Who he fight that's like Earl? I mean, like Earl. Please tell me.
I mean,
who's in? Who?
I mean, the pressure and
who is like him? Who?
Now, because if I say this name,
don't get the stamina and stuttering, man. Get it out.
Because I'm thinking about it. Because if I say this name,
say it.
You're gonna take it as I'm saying he's just like Earl. Or he's
say the name.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the styles. Shit. I mean, nah. Go ahead, bro.
You ain't got nobody.
I got like 3 names.
Then say it. What you scared to say it for?
They pressure fighters.
Say who are they?
It's nothing that Bud has.
Who are they?
Mean Machine, pressure fighter. Jeff Horn was a pressure fighter. I'm not saying that they're on Errol's level, or I'm not saying that they better than Errol.
Coach, that's what you running up on me on. You running up on me one with the Mean Machine that Jeff on. That's what you running up on me on, man. Like Jay-Z said in the song, a gun in your face, and that's all you could come up with. Come on, man.
I'm just saying it's the style. Like, listen, Errol has never been in there with a switch hitter. He ain't never been in there.
Don't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Let me tell you why. Let me kill that noise right now. Let me tell you why that doesn't matter. The reason why the switch hitter ain't a problem because what do you think he's seen in his career? More southpaws or people in the conventional stance?
Conventional.
Exactly. So when you're in the conventional stand, I'm not a fish out of water. And when you go southpaw, I'm not a fish out of water because I'm a southpaw too. So
what? That don't even make sense, AK.
Listen to me. I am a southpaw. He is a southpaw. Earl is a southpaw.
He is.
See, normally what Bud would do, he'd be in the ring with conventional fighters, test what he can do on the conventional side, and then when he goes southpaw, they so out of sorts, he just blows them off the map.
Well, I done seen.
Hey, but you know something?
But I done seen Bud. Oh, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Oh, but one thing southpaws will tell you, when you get in there with another southpaw, that James is awkward.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
So it's only going to be awkward for one of them. It's only going to be awkward for one of them?
Yeah.
No, just think about this. If he hasn't been in there, that's an adjustment for Bud. So I get what bro's saying. That's an adjustment for Bud.
For both of them.
Spence, it ain't gonna be the same. No, that Spence is already southpaw. That ain't no adjustment for him. That's him.
Well, see,
southpaw,
I see it.
Going southpaw is an adjustment for Bud. Nah,
Well,
it's
see, I see
awkward,
it.
man. I'm telling you.
I see
Go
it
ahead. I'm
as
sorry.
like no you kind of breaking up a little bit, so you kind of behind.
Okay.
So
Listen.
I really see it as Spence is gonna need to make the adjustment because he's the southpaw. He's not the switch hitter. He's seen. I don't even think he's ever fought a southpaw
Don't
in his
matter.
professional career.
Don't
That
matter.
does matter though,
We're on
because
the
if you
same
think
playing field. If I ain't never fought a
hey,
southpaw
let
and
me
you ain't never
explain.
fought a southpaw, we're on the same playing field.
What you mean? What you mean? Bud has fought southpaws.
Who? Come on, man. You're struggling right now. Help
Oh,
yourself. You're struggling right now.
you know what?
Listen.
Not at
I'm
47.
gonna tell you what you do. I'm
Not
gonna
at
tell you what you
47.
do. Let me tell you what you do. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you and coach out. Go home, do your homework. Go home, do your homework. You always can come back. Go home, do your research, and tell
Nah,
me. Show
my
me a fight.
dog.
Show me a fight when he was in the ring with another southpaw.
So look, so check this out, right? So at 147, no, he was not in the ring with a southpaw.
Right.
But so what? So look, my point I'm trying to make is the fact that Bud switches back and forth. How is Arrow gonna train for that? Which
Listen.
stance
Time
is
out.
he
Time
gonna
out.
train for
Time
Terry?
out. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now remember this right now, and coach will tell you. Here's what he got to be careful with. Right. The worst thing you could ever do in a fight is get caught while you're switching. Am I right or wrong, coach?
Of
That's
course,
the
yeah.
worst thing you can do. If you get caught switching, it could be a bad thing. Now listen, what I'm saying is this. I've been fighting conventional fighters my whole life. So when you're in the conventional stance, I'm not, oh my God, he's in the conventional stance. But when you go southpaw, it's awkward for both of us. It's just as awkward for me as it is for you.
Not if you train that, because I'm a switch hitter, and so I have this thing to where if I'm gonna switch, either I'm gonna come out in that stance or I'm gonna throw a combination and catch an angle in that stance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just gonna switch in nobody's face. That's if you're a switch hitter, that's the number one rule that any coach should tell you is don't switch in front of their face while you standing right there.
Okay. Like I said, man, I got this fight going 12 rounds. I don't see either one of them stopping the other. And I think that whoever get to their stuff best, like whoever deals with the adjustment better in this chess match will win. Now, I do not see no scenario where either one stops the other because, like I said, in a fight of this magnitude, they're both going to be on their best behavior. They're going to come with, the stakes is too high. Nobody's going to come out there and just, hit me, catch me with a blind open shot. They're not going to do that. He's going to make him work for his money. He's going to make him work for his money.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Now, as the fight go on, maybe 9th round, 10th round, it might get heat, it might get hot and heavy. So somebody might get clipped then, but during the first half of the fight, it's gonna be a boxing match, chess match.
Say that.
Huh?
Saying the first half of the fight, somebody gonna get clipped. I wouldn't be surprised if anybody get clipped. It'll be Earl, but I got about 9-10 rounds. Bud stopping him. TKO. I don't think he's gonna knock him out cold. I give it TKO.
All right, Slim. Don't be surprised, boy, if he land that money shot and that boy's still standing in front of him.
Slow. He too slow.
Who too slow?
He too slow and too flat-footed.
Okay, we're gonna see. All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But real quick, man, tell everybody, where they can find you, where they can know where you at, man, and we get ready to, do what we do. So go ahead and let people know where you are, how they can find you, my man.
You got it, Sean.
All right. I'm on Instagram. Most of my stuff is under my gym name, Norfolk Hit Squad. So on Instagram is Norfolk _hit_squad. Same thing on Facebook, Norfolk Hit Squad. And I do have, and same thing on Twitter, Norfolk Hit Squad.
I didn't know you was on Facebook, bro. You supposed to been hit me on Facebook, man. I could have been dropping this stuff. You could be, we could be rocking this joint on your page, young. And y'all wow, bro. Y'all wow. We gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta do better, man.
All right, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? One thing, we're gonna get you together, man. Get you some telecommunications, man. I'm just playing.
I'm telling you,
Man,
I'm surrounded by the base, man.
Well, you better get some
Yeah,
military
hey,
clearance or something. You better get a military clearance or something.
I don't know, man. I might have to go back to Android, man. This iPhone been getting me. Dang, I
Oh,
might
as
gotta
an
go back to
iPhone doing
Android.
you like
It's
that?
the service, bro.
Yeah,
It ain't
man.
no phone. You probably would got
Hey,
spanked.
but look, no,
Oh, look
sir,
out.
T-Mobile. But
Hey,
look,
look.
let me tell
Hey,
you another
look.
thing. That's same.
That's the same
But
thing.
look, I got two phones, right? Both on iPhones, and my jank stay dead all the time. Man, I'm just honestly, I'm the worst when it comes to technology, man. For real, these phones and stuff. I got two pair of AirPods. They be dead all the time. Luckily, this one ain't. Yeah, man,
Oh, that's Sean right
it's
there?
crazy.
Yeah, that is Coach Sean in the building. And my
Sean, what up? Never
and
seen you before.
Maniac St. Chad McGee. What you got going on, Marco?
About to take these kids for a walk before I leave. They're driving me crazy.
Yeah, many people, kids was off today, so we had to do a different route when it comes to what we do. But you know, it is what
Fuck.
it is.
How old are your kids, AK?
7 and 4.
Okay, we're on the same page. I got 8 and 5, so you know exactly what it is. Pull my
Who you
hair out.
got
That's why I
on?
got no hair left because of the kids.
Real quick, while you coming in here, you know the name of your podcast and who you got on your show tonight. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Oh yeah, the champ and the chump. I'm the champ. My co-host Jeremy Williams, y'all might remember him, heavyweight in the '90s and 2000s. People always remember the Samuel Peter fight, but he had a lot of other fights where he put people on their back. Because if you look up Jeremy, that clip has the most views out of all his. It's fucked up, but anyway, champ of the chump. Tonight I haven't confirmed it yet, but Shane Mosley is most likely joining us. I mean, he'll definitely join us at some point, but I think it's gonna be tonight. So yeah, and we usually do it on IG Live, Champ and Chump Pod, and also on our website, and also anywhere you could listen to podcasts, and on YouTube, and it's everywhere.
What up, my man Jacob? So, ladies and gentlemen, so just so you know, tonight on Champion Champ Podcast on Brother Marco page, you got Sugar Shane Mosley, and over on Coach Sean, they got JoJo Diaz. You know what I mean? What y'all think about the Stevenson post-fight mix-up and the thoughts of security and family of fights? You know, from what they saying, it's so many reports coming back from that. I think this is something that's stemming from a previous incident that they had with this security people and all that. But at the same time, man, you know, they need to take care of that better. I mean, you know, the fighters, family, we get it. Entourage, you're on your own, but your family should be covered. Mom, dad, brother, sister, they should be covered. They should be able to come through your place with no issue. I don't understand why that had to be an issue this time around. What y'all think about that?
Real quick, to me, I really don't care, to be honest. I know how to mind my damn business, and that's what I'm the best at.
Goodness.
I feel like when we look at things like that, we get away from, you know, the main thing, the main reason why I feel like we doing this or why we fans of this. I really don't get caught up in the drama or, a lot of people personal lives for real. I think it's messed up, whatever was going on with them, but we don't know 100% factually what happened. So I really don't get caught up in all that for real. I'm just proud of Shakur, to be honest.
All right. All right. All right. All right. What else we got going, y'all? Because, we was, tapping. We was just touching on the topic that I knew would, we're going to end up talking about that fight every day till it come up, or every time we around each other till it come up. And that's Spence versus Crawford. So that's what we was touching on right now. But one question for you, Margot. Other than Spence versus Crawford, what's the one fight you got to have this year?
Good question. Gotta have. I mean, I would love Fury versus the winner of. Okay, baby, 1 second. Fury versus the winner of Usyk and Joshua. That's what we need. but Fury is talking about retiring. That's what I want.
Well, I think that one thing for sure, two things for certain, that if say Usyk finds a way to knock out Josh before this rematch and makes this powerful statement, I still think the public might make noise enough to make him want to take the Usyk fight.
They might. You know, he said he was supposed to have been retired after Wilder, but then he said that, you know, he couldn't resist fighting at Wembley, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, why won't he do it again? That's a fight I want to see. And, you know, there's a lot of other little fights, you know. There's a handful of people I'd like to see Tank fight.
A handful of people you want to see Tank fight?
There's a lot out there I'd like to see him fight, you know.
Name them.
Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Teofimo, Loma. I mean, there's so many people I'd like to see him fight. And that's all conceivable. You know, I know there's some in different weight classes, but close enough where they can make it happen. You know, let's see who the best is out of all those guys. We're about to see who the best in the welters is. Let's see who the best is in the lightweight range.
I'm looking at somehow. I mean, Julian Jackson is talking about Bud and Earl Spence now. You know, so like I said, man, this fight right here, generational fight, one of the biggest fights that we gonna have for some time now, and I just can't wait to just turn on my pick up the phone and they say it's signed. We got a date. They ready to deliver. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the Twitter exchanges, even though they was exciting yesterday, but I'm ready to get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? Let's have it.
It's coming. It's coming. Soon, too, I bet.
So that's what we doing, y'all. That's what we doing, y'all. Champ and Chump podcast, and we got Sibby Box, and both of y'all got the hot interviews tonight, man. And you know what I'm saying? And my interview for the day, we're gonna reschedule it, and I'll let y'all know about that in the coming days. Sean, you're not connected to the stream. You're not connected to the stream. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go and get out of here. Boxing in the DCs, you still doing what you do, baby. You know what I mean? And we're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Until the next time, man. Y'all be blessed, man. One. Now say I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he's April. That's it. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked his ass, but the same day that James Tony came to sign the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to both of them on the phones like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What is Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike Lewis is the perfect example